Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. First of all, thank you very much for all your kind words and comments about our 4-part series on Antarctica. And as promised, I'm doing a bonus part 5 to answer your questions that came from that series. As you can see, we're back at the tarot table and everything, I've got the clock going and everything is back to normal. So that's why part 5 might look a little bit different than the first 4 parts. All right, so first question that we have is actually a very interesting question, and I did not know this. So we're going blind into this reading. Your reader doesn't know anything about it, and the cards have never been asked this question. So let's go. So a viewer asked this question. And I'm not going to mention names because I don't have permission to mention your name. If you happen to don't mind me mentioning your name when I'm reading out your question, just maybe put it in the comments. All right, so this is from a very valued and consistent viewer. Fantastic series. Thank you. Bonus part 5. I would like to know about Buzz Aldrin's expedition to Antarctica. I did not know that. Aldrin is a former American astronaut and was the second person to walk on the moon after Neil Armstrong. I did know that. In 2016, Aldrin went to Antarctica on an expedition to explore a pyramid that had been seen from space. While on the expedition, he had a mysterious heart attack and was flown to a hospital in New Zealand. During his recovery, he wrote on Twitter, "We are all in danger. It is evil itself," and said, "We thought out things we shouldn't have." What did he mean by this? What did he discover? Did he meet the people under the ice? What a fascinating conversation this is. This could even be its own reading on its own. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll just mention your first name. This is from Kimberly. So she knows it will be her question. And also, you can always just go back to part 4 and see who wrote it, I suppose. So thank you for this. Fascinating. And thank you for your well wishes for safe travels. And thank you again for the great readings on Antarctica. Well, thank you for your kind words. All right. I love this question. That's why I wanted to start this bonus Q&A with this. I knew the series would bring up some questions. So we're going to do them. We're going to go through all the questions that you have. The questions that it brought up. I'm using the same cards, different table. All right. Buzz Aldrin. I did not know that. I did not know that. So I am loving this question. Okay, let's just do this piece by piece. We are all in danger. It is evil. It is evil itself. We thought out things we shouldn't have. So let's just address that. What the heck? What caused his heart attack, and what did he mean by that? How cryptic is that? How cryptic is that? Buzz Aldrin at Antarctica and his comments. We are all in danger. It is evil itself. We thought out things we shouldn't have. All right. Cards are ready. Ooh, 9 of Wands in reverse. There was something there that battled them, but they lost. Interesting, something very strong. And this card to me, I just get the UFO vibes from it. What do you think? Like almost like these are the beams coming down to Earth from the bottom of the UFO. No, there was some kind of kerfuffle, and Buzz Aldrin did not win. Well, obviously, he had a heart attack. High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, there's something under that ice. There's secrets. There's definitely secrets. Now, the High Priestess can be black magic, can be spells that are used for bad purposes. Yeah, nefarious things. Nefarious things. Ooh, the King of Wands in reverse. Here we go with the Wands again with Antarctica. Oh, the fire underneath the ice. Ice and fire. Look at this. Ice and fire. Wow. because the High Priestess can be very, very icy. And the King of Wands can be in reverse. This is a bully. This is almost the devil incarnate. But this is a bully. This is someone who's very rude. This is someone who pushes their way through life. This is somebody who doesn't care what it takes to climb to the top. This is somebody who would sell his soul to the devil. The Four of Pentacles. We've seen this card a lot. And the fifth card. Eight of Swords. Interesting that we've got the Eight of Swords here and trapped in a web, and the Nine of Wands here undefeated or defeated. I think he's realizing you can't fight something that's under the ground. Fire, nice. And look at that. And he said it was evil itself. And this King of Wands, this is almost devil energy, isn't it? This is, when you look at it, the King of Wands in reverse can be devilish, can be a shyster, can be a grifter. Okay, let's keep reading. Knight of Swords. I think they feel like they were attacked by an evil energy. Almost in the shadows, like they couldn't exactly see what was attacking them with this High Priestess in reverse and the Knight of Swords. Almost something in the ether. Ooh, the Magician in reverse on the King of Wands. Yeah, we've got some evil trickster energy here. I'm not saying this is the devil. I'm like it's devil-like. With the Magician in reverse, you do not want to tangle with the Magician in reverse. This is the trickster. This is the liar. This is this energy on top of the King of Wands. That is an evil, evil leader. That's a despot. That's a dictator. The Hermit. The Hermit. I think they did meet up with somebody. Maybe a leader came out by himself and said, go back to your world. Go back to your world. Go back to your material world. Go back to above. Leave us alone underneath here. Seven of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? This is my Antarctica card with the snow and digging underneath the snow and the sun just barely over the horizon and the few rocks that poke through. But it's in reverse. Yeah, you know, they started something that they were unable to finish. Two of Wands. Look at the world cards. Yeah, you know what, you guys? You stay in your world. Don't you even consider, don't even think about coming down here. Don't even think about it. Five of Wands in reverse. There was a struggle. There was some kind of struggle and some kind of big message. Leave us alone. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Go up in your own little world and leave us alone. I think they were attacked by some kind of entity. That there's no way they could have defeated it. The Five of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Swords in reverse. I think what they saw is that they can't unsee. They can't unsee. They may have been worried about being trapped under the ice, to tell you the truth. Queen of Wands in reverse. We've been getting to see the Queen of Wands a lot in these readings as well. Four of Wands upright. Here we go with all the fire. Strength, which is Leo, which echoes the Atlas holding up the earth here. Lots of fire and lightning. Queen of Pentacles. Look at all the women again. The Empress in reverse. Look at all the women again. The female energy that is down there. You could even argue the Strength card is female energy. Right. The Strength card is the Virgin holding the lion, taming the lion. And here we have the Four of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress in reverse, and Justice in reverse. Yeah, I think, I honestly think they saw something they weren't supposed to see. We thought out things we shouldn't have. Maybe they reignited the big feminine versus masculine war, perhaps. Do you want, for lack of a better word, struggle? Well, because we have the battle card here. And the very first reading I did about Antarctica is that the females, it was a matriarchy and they lost it. And it became a patriarchy. And now we see here the King of Wands in reverse with the Magician ruling it, High Priestess in reverse. But here comes the females. I wonder if what they mean by we thought out something is they are ready to reactivate. Even the Justice card is female. Look at this whole line is female here. It's all female. I wonder if they're reactivating to take over Antarctica. You know what I thought of afterwards? And tell me what you think. What do we call a female relative? Aunt. And I know it doesn't mean that, but Antarctica. You know, is there something there that we always knew as a species? It was a feminine matriarchy. I think something has been woken up down there. Absolutely. Something has been woken up. They're like, yeah, that's what we needed. We needed somebody to come unthaw something. And now they can start to take back their world. But it's interesting, this Queen of Wands is in reverse, Empress in reverse. They might be worried about the original reason why they were arguing and fighting. Maybe there is a wayward Empress and Queen of Wands because we have the King of Wands in reverse. Maybe we do have a female who has sided with the males, and that's what they're kind of fighting. So they aren't a cohesive bunch here. The Empress in reverse, Justice in reverse. I'm getting a feeling like it was taken away from them. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Well, that's the upright is the successful female, the successful single female. In reverse, it's showing the unsuccess and maybe they've tried for 9 centuries to get it back. 6 of Swords upright, 6 of Cups upright, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? 666. I'm thinking that half of them want peace. They want to come to a truce. This is, of course, 6 of Cups is something deep in your past, but it's not being dished out fair. It's not being divvied out fair with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. There may be a greedy female, and that could be our Queen of Wands. Our Queen of Wands can be greedy, just as greedy as the King of Wands. Can be a bully, can be a big mouth, can be no integrity, no loyalty. The Queen of Wands in reverse. No loyalty at all. So no loyalty to the other queens. She doesn't even have loyalty to the King of Wands. She just is positioning herself to be in charge. So I think there are some factions who want peace, who want so maybe some of them want to move on and just, I want to get the hell out of here. But the way that they want to divvy it up is not fair. So this would almost be like an inheritance that only, one child gets everything and the other children don't. There's lots of betrayal Page of Cups in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Well, Temperance in upright is angel, in reverse is devil. So we do have a lot of evil energy down there. Queen of Swords. Here we have another queen show up, and the Tower in reverse, and the Page of Wands. Okay, so we have another Queen of Swords, which is the Queen of Words, and she's the one who deals with treaties and agreements and contracts and leases and mortgages and anything legal like that. It looks like she's trying to destroy some man-made, well, entity-made. I still say they're a type of human being, and I don't really believe they're like alien in the way that we think of a UFO little green man or little gray man at all. I think it's just a different species or a different type of human that lives under there for whatever reason. And as I've read in the other cards, they're not interested in coming up and joining us in society, and can't really blame them. I think she's trying to smash some of these agreements. I think she's trying to, because a Tower in reverse, upright is the hand of God. In reverse is a slow moving train wreck of your own accord. So things that choices you've made, decisions you've made. So this may be the decision that they're only having like one king and one emperor and all this fire energy, because maybe they're saying we're the king of the volcanoes, right? We did the reading. I don't even have to say, allegedly, there are a lot of volcanoes under there and up to 10 eruptions a day. So, you know, the King of Wands, the fire, you know, maybe they have something, well, if you don't listen to us, we'll block the volcano somehow or something. I don't know. But there's some kind of, I want to say rudeness. I don't know. I don't know if a dictator's rude. Well, they're rude, yeah, but I'm getting that there's one of the queens, one of the matriarchs is trying to bust through this and end this stranglehold that these wands have on this part. This might have been shocking, betraying news to the current people who are in charge. The Page of Wands here too. Okay. So yeah, he did. We are all in danger. It is evil itself. Yeah. We thought out things we shouldn't have. Did he meet the people under the ice? Absolutely. Absolutely. He met them, and he possibly gave the matriarchy some kind of information, right? Here she is. Here she is with her sword, destroying things as they are right now. And this Page of Wands here is information as well. So we have a lot of pages here of information. So he could have given them some kind of information that there are people above. You know, you don't have to count on the volcanoes. You could come above the surface, and we have all kinds of heat, man-made heat. Right? I'm thinking that because just because we have so much fire here. Let's see if we can figure out exactly what he saw. But he did absolutely meet with them, and he thawed something out in their thinking. Maybe there was a seal that they couldn't get out. But this queen here, I'm telling you, the matriarchy is fighting this like hell. And oh, you look at this. I just realized there's this heart attack. I wonder if they have the power to give him a heart attack. The energy power to give him a heart attack. To get him out of there so he can't give them more information than they want out. Let's see. I think he discovered a Despot. So what did he mean by this? I like this question too. So what did he mean? Like, what was so evil about these people? Was it just because they were bullies? Was it maybe they keep the females as slaves? Let's see if we can get another. What did he discover exactly? What did he discover exactly? What did he discover and thaw? What did they thaw out and discover exactly? What did they thaw out and discover exactly? Let's see. So they met the people, or the leader, or one of the leaders. What did he thaw out exactly? What did he thaw out and discover exactly? Cards are ready. Okay, 3 of Pentacles upright. Death. 6 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. And the 4 of Cups. He really regrets what he did. I think he discovered a group of people who transformed how they're living and their ancestors. And they used to live up on earth. The King of Pentacles here. He has deep regrets. The Hanged Man, yeah. People who transformed the way they live, the death here. So think about, we talk about how dark it is. It would be dark 6 months of the year down there. Look at all the snow. Somehow they transformed. Look at the light around the head here, where your eyes and your top of your hands and the top of your feet are your best light detectors of the sun. And so it's showing that this is living in the dark. Living in the dark. They transformed. Also interesting, that's a Scorpio card, and that's underground, right? And how they worked together, how they planned. I'm just looking here really closely. Yeah, like how they built a society down there. That's building buildings. How they built a society down there. They transformed being able to live in the dark. Somehow they managed to create generation after generation after generation after generation. And this King of Pentacles is no longer living above the earth, because the King of Pentacles is the King of Earth. Interesting, King of Pentacles. In reverse is somebody who is greedy, lazy, sloth-like, terrible with money, not very successful on earth. So did they learn to go underground? And he has huge regrets. But here's the Hanged Man, and they're stuck down there now. They're stuck down there with their low light living. They've learned that, because the Hanged Man is seeing things from a different point of view. They've learned just to get the light from a different point of view. Look at the light on this card. 2 of Swords in reverse. He may have discovered what they do want out, or some people do. Look at the piece here. Now, 2 of Swords upright is being stubborn, not wanting to look at different alternatives, not wanting to look at a choice, not wanting to make a choice. In reverse, you've made up your mind. And look at this bird is now flying free. The World on top of the King of Pentacles. What did I say? Living on the earth. He discovered a whole new world. He discovered a people that are down there that there might be some kind of gaslighting for them, that they think that there's no world on top. Or they've forgotten, they've been down there for so many generations. They've forgotten what the world looks like, or maybe they've even been gaslit that the world no longer exists. Right? maybe a group of people are down there who are telling them a different story about an outcome. I don't want to delve too deeply into this, but one of the things I'm getting, because in part 4, we did that there was a group of people, like what if they lost a war, where would they go? And there was big hints that that U-boats were down there, that they possibly knew about under there. And somebody who was a King of Pentacles, birthday April 20th, that would make him a Taurus. With the star thing there, I don't want to trigger the algorithm, and I don't want to upset anybody. So I'm hinting, I'm pretty sure you can figure out hiding from the world. Hiding from the world. Maybe they told the people that were down there a different story, a different outcome. Ace of Pentacles. Temperance again. The devil, the evil. The devil, the evil. I think they discovered a whole new world under there. I think they thought out an opening. 9 of Wands. They are really sorry that they did it. They really sorry. They have a lot of regrets that they opened that door. Let's see, underlying here. 5 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you know what? They kind of want to leave that behind and never talk about it again. They just want to move out into the future and put that all behind them. I think it mentally disturbed them. I think it mentally disturbed them, what they saw down there. Now, we are all in danger. It is evil itself. We thought out things we shouldn't have. Well, who do they call the most evil man in the world? Did they activate something, open a portal in some regards? Opened a portal and somewhere for them to get out. They definitely don't want to talk about it. The Chariot in reverse. 8 of Cups upright. They just want to move on. Page of Wands in reverse. Now, the Page of Wands in reverse could be those little tweets that he put out. Usually that's my Page of Swords is my internet, but Page of Wands also brings you news, brings you bad news. That in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse brings you bad news, and bad news that has consequences. Especially here with the Chariot in reverse, it's like now a lot of people read, and I'm not a tarot policeman, and people read what they want to read and what their subconscious tells them about the cards. Everybody has their own intuition when it comes to the cards. In my tarot class lessons, I teach that the Chariot is about control. It's not about movement. Where this movement part comes in, if you see, the charioteer or the general doesn't have any harnesses or leads or anything to the horses. So this is being in control of things. And when the horses take off in different directions, now you're out of control of things. So upright is you're in control. And it's usually body, mind, and soul. That's why there's 3 things. The general, if you look, he's in a cement box. That's your body. That's your earth. That's your body. One horse is your mind. One horse is your soul. When you have all 3 of them on the same level, you're in control. When you don't have them in control, when one is running amok, oh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. Sorry, it's a 9. when one, let's say your mind is running, you know, out of control, now you have high anxiety, or maybe you have a depression. If your body's running out of control, well, maybe now you have health problems. If your soul is running out of control, maybe you're too spiritual and you aren't looking at the reality right in front of you, or you have no spirituality, and therefore you're unbalanced as well. So when it's in reverse, that means you're out of control. Things are out of control. So I think things kind of got out of control. They and especially here, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, what they thought they were going for, the pyramids, they did not find that. What they found out instead was something they were completely not expecting, and it was those people under there. Interesting, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. King of Wands is Aries, and King of Pentacles is Taurus, and that's the cusp of April 20th. So yeah, their work was unsuccessful down there, very unsuccessful. I think here with the 8, that you could almost take this, they were looking for the pyramid and something was missing. They never did find the pyramid that they were looking for. They found something much more evil. Ace of Swords here. He's speaking the truth in those tweets. That's his truth. We are all in danger. It is evil itself. We thought out things we shouldn't have. Great question. Love that question. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Kimberly. I love that question. All right. Okay, here's from, this is, I know she won't mind me saying her name, Kath. She is a great viewer, a great follower. She's always under her husband's name, Gordon. She's been following me right from the start. She always gives me praise and kind words. She's honestly, she's dear to my heart. So here's her question. Thank you, Shanta. That was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed all of these. My question would be, what would they eat? Could we send Meghan and Harry there? Maybe after this question, after this reading, yeah, maybe we should. Enjoy the next part of your trip. Thanks again, Kath. Thank you, Kath. You are very well appreciated and valued viewer, as everyone is. As everyone is. All right. Okay, so what would they eat? What would they eat? Good question. Good question. What would they eat underground? What would they eat? Yeah, you know, you think about it. They have no sun to grow food. Maybe artificial sun, or like I say, using mirrors against the white snow came up. But what would they eat? But you think about it, under the sea there, I would imagine that they would be eating a lot of marine. There's a lot of krill, a lot of small marine animals, even under the ice in the ocean. Underneath there, and that's a lot what the whales and the penguins eat. Oh, look at that. King of Cups. Fisherman going under the water. Isn't that, I see, I didn't mean for that to happen. I mean, how could I? I'm shuffling and it flips over. Maybe some birds. Maybe they do catch some penguins on the surface. Maybe once in a while some of them come to the surface, catch a couple of penguins. There's penguins that live on Antarctica full time. And those penguins, they eat, they catch fish in the water. So interesting, King of Cups. Yeah, they underwater, and it looks like they eat some of the birds that nest there. But let's continue to eat, to read on this. What do they eat? What do they eat? And that would make sense if they came from Atlantis, that they would be fishermen, right? That would be a skill that they would have living on an island. What do they eat? Let's see. Is it warm enough that they can grow things there? Okay, interesting cut. Oh. Did you see that? I can't believe it. I'm just trying to make sure. Looks like maybe they do some harpooning on the ice here. High Priestess in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. And Page of Wands in reverse. I think they do some fishing. I think they do some harpooning. Page of Wands. I don't think they expend a lot of energy. They might, I'm getting that they have a heat source there. And you look on here, there's some leaves and stuff. So I wonder if they cook some vegetables. Maybe there's some kind of like algae that grows under there. Let's see. 9 of Cups, they have alcohol. They make some kind of alcohol because that's what 9 of Cups is. Some kind of, I don't know, like what would they make? I mean, you can make alcohol out of anything, really, if you ferment it long enough. Death, they transform. Okay, now with this High Priestess and this Death, I think they melt water. They transform some foods. I think like maybe with heat, how we transform foods, right? We can take raw chicken and make it into a beautiful meal. 10 of Swords upright. Yeah, I think they do a lot of harpooning. So whether that is, I wonder, that almost, I'm getting a feeling they harpoon a whale every now and then. They harpoon a whale, like, oh, that almost looks like, you know, the side of a whale, their gills where and they're out in the ocean. And whales do go there in the summertime. So I wonder if they harpoon a whale. And then, you know, that creates a lot of meat for quite a while for a lot of people. No different than the Japanese people harpoon whales. Let's see. 3 of Wands in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. And the Fool in reverse. What's the underlying here? The 8 of Wands in reverse. I think it took them a really long time to figure out what to eat. Like a really long time to figure out what to eat. I think they had a lot of, let's say, tragedies that, you know, oh, you can't eat that, you'll die. I think it took them a long time to figure out how to create fire to eat. I think they eat a lot of things out of the sea. I'm not getting a lot of plant. You know what I was looking for? Pentacles for plants, because that's the earth, right? I don't think they grow anything. It looks like they're mostly carnivores, and they might cook a little bit of it over a fire. I think when the sun comes out in the summertime is when they make hay. No different than we do, right? We grow food, we harvest food to prepare for the winter. And it looks like during the summer, that's also what they do. They rise above and they come to the surface, they harpoon some whales, they catch some birds, etc. Remember, they've got great freezers down there, you know, and prepare for the winter. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So what did I say? Pentacles would be from the earth. And no, this is showing no. Looks like they may have tried at one point to grow food, but it didn't work out very well at all. They actually have to kind of search for food, which, well, no different. Polar bears have to hunt for those seals that they get, or you know, even penguins have to hunt for the food under the sea. So it looks like they come out every now and then and try and find something on the surface. Temperance in reverse. Queen of Pentacles upright. They're actually really good at manifesting food now. They may grow some of their own food. So, for example, a fish farm or penguin farm or something like that. This Temperance card here in reverse. Now, I know I said this is the devil. Upright is angel and reversals is devil, but I'm thinking in this context, we're asking what they eat. I'm thinking that they don't have a very balanced meal. They are food, nutrition. They don't have very balanced nutrition. I think that's maybe why they have to grow some of their stuff and why they have to come out on the sun and, to get their vitamin D. I'm also not getting like a lot of fluids. Like I was looking for some cups, for example, for milk or dairy, but where would they get that from? Like there's nothing there, right? I suppose the only mammals they run into are whales, but I don't know anybody wants to milk a whale. Again, we only had one pentacle and it's in reverse and it's showing it didn't work. Vegetables or growing things did not work at all. Looks like they tried a couple of times. Looks like they have to come to the surface a couple of times to get food. But I'm really getting that in the summer, they work really hard to gather food from the sea and probably a few penguins, maybe penguin eggs. They might, come to the surface. I just realized that. Look at the eggs here, because penguins, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they nest on top of the ice. So that would be easy to just go and gather some eggs. They might farm them as well. They might farm penguins and have penguin eggs. But it looks like they're mostly carnivores. They've had to learn to transform their diet. They've had to learn to live on just what's there. Also, they may have had to learn to transform salt water into fresh water for whatever reason. All right. Great question. Thanks, Kath. Thanks for being such a great viewer too, and all your kind words. Oh, this is a great question, or great comment, and I wanted to bring this up during the Q&A. This is again from another fantastic viewer. This is from Penny. Hi, Shanta. I'm halfway through the reading, and to quickly write my thoughts on the light getting underground. I mentioned in a previous reading about my mom's trip there. The crystal clear ice, which I saw photos of, could possibly work like a skylight. Thank you very much for pointing that out. During winter, there's also Aurora Australis, which is best seen from Antarctica. I thank you for that. Yes, absolutely. And we get a lot of that in these cards, the auroras, and that would create a lot of light. We have them up here in Canada, Aurora Borealis, and it's surprising how much light they create. Okay. Okay, so we have another question about the astronauts visiting the pyramids. And this one says it was Glenn Armstrong. Something malevolent exists there, and he was scared out of his mind. Oh, here's a question. Are the pyramids used to generate power and light? Do UFOs bring supplies to them? Check on them. I was curious about this topic. Okay, thank you. This is another Kathleen. Are the pyramids used to generate power and light? That's interesting, because that's one of the theories about the pyramids on top of the earth. So that's extremely interesting. Let's see. Are the pyramids used to generate power and light? And the UFOs bring supplies to them. I think we just kind of answered that they grow their own food. And they do sometimes come to the surface. And it looks like they have learned to transmute a lot of things. But I suppose supplies like food and whatnot. Oh, what's this popping out? 5 of Pentacles in reverse. That's something being returned. Do the pyramids under it in Antarctica provide power and light? That's a great question. Do the pyramids in Antarctica provide power and light? Cards are ready. Probably not with the 9 of Wands here in reverse. It looks like they've tried it. Looks like they've tried it. Eight of Swords in reverse. Ooh, strength. Interesting. Leo here, and we have the Sphinx in Egypt. I know it's a dog, but right now it's a lion. The Hermit and the 3 of Cups in reverse. It looks like they've tried it, right? You think about they're trying to get some electricity and trying to control it. But then we go down to the Hermit. And it's interesting, so we have 8 and then 9. So it looks like they're trying hard to harness this power, right? Look at the power, the electrical and light, and they're trying their best to harness this power, and it looks like it doesn't work. Here with the Hermit, looks like they're back in the dark with a candle, perhaps. Interesting, 8, 9, but looks like they've tried it. Absolutely, they've tried it. They've tried to harness that for that. 5 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Wands. So they've discovered something else out. They've discovered something else. And Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So no go. It simply didn't work. It might work for a short time. So for example, maybe it's on for like 4 days. And then it's off again. Or they have it on just special days of the month. Maybe 4 days of the month it's on. Because they can get it on. They just can't keep it on. Yeah, it's a real struggle. It's a real struggle. 5 of Wands in reverse. Justice in reverse. It's a balance that they really have to keep. So maybe a couple of days a month, or because we have a 4 here, so maybe 1 week out of the month they can do it, but maybe it takes so much struggles, it's just really not worth it at the end of the day. King of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's kind of a politician that kind of runs it. Again, we go back to the male, the matriarchy, patriarchy. Here we have the King of Swords is kind of ruling when it goes on and when it doesn't go on. And they're really trying to balance it here, the 2 of Pentacles. It also might cost a lot. Also, they don't, with these ships on board, maybe they don't want to attract any light to them. Oh, and the sun. So maybe, I think they have tried, but Ace of Pentacles, there's that portal. Maybe it melts too much of the ice. King of Wands. I think we got a couple of men who are involved in the Empress in reverse. 6, no. Okay, so yeah, you know what? They can for short periods of time, but it really is troublesome. It might melt some of the earth or some of the ice. It might make things unstable. It might cost a lot of money for whatever reason, if they have some kind of exchange of money there or something. And again, we have this King of Wands. It's interesting, this King of Wands in reverse shows up. It could be one person has control over it, right? In some respect. And maybe, they have to negotiate with this politician or somebody who gets to divvy it up, let's say that way. But yeah, I think they do, but not for long. Not all the time. I'm almost getting like it's a special occasion. So for example, at our Christmas time, so maybe at Christmas time, like maybe it's like the darkest months of the year, 1 week, they'll have this light and power generated by the pyramids, but it's a real struggle. And there's, you know, and there's unintended consequences of it as well. You know, like maybe it melts, or maybe it overheats, or it attracts outsiders. Okay, great question. And then the next question was, do UFOs bring them supplies? And of course, we just seen how they support themselves when they eat. But what about like clothes and other goods, you know? Like, how would they make a bed or a house without any wood, right? There's no trees growing down there. Or is there? Roots grow in the dark. Have you ever seen a plant that's been in the dark, way deep down, and when it breaks through the soil, it's white because it hasn't touched the sun yet, but it's still growing. It's still a thing without the sun. It's just growing towards the sun. Do UFOs, or do they? Let's just put it this way: do they get supplies from above the ice? Oh. Do they get supplies from above the ice? 3 of Cups. No, it doesn't look like they're in agreement with anybody. 8 of Pentacles. Nope. Death. They've learned to transform things themselves. 10 of Pentacles. No, they aren't in touch with anybody. Temperance. No, not at all. I don't even have to read much further. No, they don't have contact with anybody above the ice. They've learned to transform everything that they need under there themselves. Okay, great question though. Great question though. Okay, so let's continue. Let me see if there's any more questions. I'm reading them off my phone, so. Oh, great question here. This is from Deborah. My question is, have there ever been any humans that have gone missing in Antarctica? And did the underground people take them to receive their DNA, or will they in the future? Thank you. Well, thank you for your question. So, has anyone ever gone missing in Antarctica? And to tell you the truth, I believe there have, because the big crevices in the ice, if you make a wrong step, you can fall in, and there's no way to get you out. Like they're up to a mile deep. But I don't want to put that into the cards. Let's see. Have any humans have gone missing in Antarctica, and did the underground people take them in? Let's see. Okay, cards are ready. Geez, we're sure getting that 9 of Wands in reverse a lot. 4 of Swords in reverse. The 7 of Cups upright. The Magician in reverse. Queen of Swords upright. No, it looks like they died. They would have died. 4 of Swords in reverse, because 4 of Swords upright is my sick bed. 4 of Swords in reverse is you got off the sick bed. But there was no victory here. So that's why I'm saying they probably died. They might have, this is going to sound bizarre, harvested something from the person. There might have been something that they could have harvested from somebody up above, right? And here with the Magician in reverse, the Magician in reverse can be sometimes a wayward doctor or a surgeon, or murderer. Somebody uses a knife or something, especially here with the Queen of Swords. Let's see. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you know what? I don't think that they made it. Knight of Swords. Oh, for sure. High Priestess in reverse on top of the Magician in reverse. You know what? I don't think they make it, but they use them for some kind of experiments. There's a couple of cards in here that indicate DNA, and I'm going to keep looking. Hanged Man. Yeah, they aren't interested. The Sun. Look at the big cards coming out with this question. And the 8 of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Okay, no, they don't want anything really to do with anybody up. They might think that we contaminate their DNA. But yeah, I think when they do find somebody, I think they use them for some kind of experiment. Yeah, I think that's what they use them for. So whether they harvest the organs, right? Because the person fall, they'd be frozen. Do they harvest, the organs for whatever reason? But I don't think the person lives, especially with the hangman here. Or maybe they try and push them back up to the surface for some reason. But I was looking for the Six of Cups. Yeah, they experiment on them. They may push them back up to the surface somehow. I was looking for the Six of Cups could be DNA, and the Ten of Pentacles. The Tower in reverse. Yeah, they're just no, they're not really interested in anything that we have to offer at all. I'm not getting anything like that. Like I say, if anything, they experiment on them. So think of, maybe that's, when you hear about people who say that aliens abducted me and experimented on me, maybe it's something similar. But no, they don't use their DNA. There's no connectors here at all. And they just think, oh, you fell to your own demise with this Tower in reverse. So yeah, they might just have some curiosity, cut you open, see what's, I don't know, what would they do? Maybe take the clothes, so they have some different kind of clothes or something. I don't think they're that crazy about interesting. Okay. Okay. This is another one of my great supporters and viewers, and this is Angel Flott. And thank you, Angel Flott, for being with me all this time. And I appreciate all of my viewers and supporters, but I do like to point out some who are upper echelon of viewer and supporter. And this is Angel Flott. She's a dear viewer to me. And so this is her comment. This has been an exciting series. I always thought it was just ice and white down there. Question, do you think that they control the weather to be so cold down there to make it difficult for people to try and explore their area? Great question. The cold would be like a deterrent for exploration. Are they subhuman? Even without the sun, entities can live and thrive. Are we just guests on this planet? Looking forward to part 5 and more mysteries of our world. Safe travels and enjoy visiting the Netherlands. Will you be there for the tulips to bloom? No, unfortunately. Well, sorry about that. I've been gone. I've been going on for so long. I ran out of battery. Perfect timing though. Just finished reading that question from Angel Flott. So let's ask, are they controlling the weather from down there to make it difficult for us to explore? I just find that fascinating because the weather, the conditions and whatnot are completely different than the North Pole. And I know that the North Pole is water, but there's land all around it. We got, Russia and Canada. And I just find it fascinating that it's completely opposite of what's in the South Pole. The South Pole is a big island surrounded by water. And in the North Pole is a big island of water surrounded by land. Isn't that convenient? But anyways, even on the land, we don't have like ice that's a mile thick. And yet the conditions are exactly the same. Same tilt of the earth, same amount of light, same. So I just, I'm sure someone could explain that it's the climate because of all the, the water and, different aspects and whatever. But I don't think it's that different that it's just, we do not have mile ice thick walls up here in Canada or Russia. All right, so let's get to the question. Do they control the weather to make it very difficult for us to explore there? All right. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I think they do. 4 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Wands, the Hermit, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Sun upright. Yeah, I think they do. I think they do. They control the night, the darkness and the light. Now they don't control the sun, of course. I think there's something that they do, though, because the sun, think of the sun as weather, right? I think they do. Let's continue to read. 3 of Wands in reverse. Interesting. On Wands, Wands, Wands. Hanged Man on top of the Hermit. King of Swords on top of the Queen of Wands. I think we've got a very strong female who is attached to the King of Wands, and the King of Swords has somehow controls her somehow. So, for example, thinking like she's the wife of the King of Wands, so she has the ear of the King of Wands, but the King of Swords is actually the one who is in control, the politician that's in control. Ace of Wands upright. Yeah, look at that. Think of lasers shooting out to the weather from the ground, shooting up, creating some kind of weather pattern. King of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they don't want anybody else down there. They don't want anybody disturbing their family at all. Let's see. Yeah, 8 of Swords upright, tangled in the web. Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. I think they do. I think they do. And also Swords is wintertime. So controlling winter. Controlling winter, cooling, right? Queen of Wands is fire, so cooling the fire so that there's more winter covering the earth so that other people can't come in and bother them. And so, yeah, they're unable to escape the weather that's there. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse, and the World. And the Tower in reverse again. Boy, we're sure getting the Tower in reverse. And what did I say about the Tower? The Tower upright is the hand of God. Tower in reverse is the slow train wreck because of some of the decisions that you make. Yeah, I think you're right. I think somehow I wonder if they somehow, I'm not going to say they control the volcanoes. I wonder if somehow they can cap them with more ice so that they don't melt and expose, right? You think about a volcano, like the heat. You think that how much, all these volcanoes and the heat that they provide with the magma and whatnot and the steam and whatnot, you think it would melt big sections of the ice cap. So I'm thinking here with the Page of Wands and Knight of Wands in reverse, somehow they're able to cap that. Interesting, the pyramids are there. The pyramids are there. So I wonder if somehow they also use the pyramids for that, to control the weather. I think somehow they're doing something. We have an Ace of Wands here. Look at that. So I don't know if that creates wind or cold or cloud that then produces snow. But no, yeah, 6 of Swords in reverse. No one's traveling there anywhere. And I think it has something to do with the volcanoes. Somehow harnessing that has something to do with it, that it makes it impossible for people to explore. All right, what's this one that wants to peek out? Oh, the Hierophant. It's interesting we keep getting this Hierophant in reverse, and yet I twist them and when I shuffle them. I think that can be some form of gaslighting. right? Because that's the Hierophant is a teacher. And so what's in reverse, is it a teacher who's teaching you the wrong things or telling you the wrong things? Let's just quickly ask, are they subhuman? Even without the sun, entities can live and thrive. Are we just guests on this planet? Are they subhuman? I don't know. Maybe a different species? I don't know. Let's see. Let me clear that out. We definitely got that there's some that are evil. Oh, interesting cut. One wanted to sneak out. Knight of Wands in reverse. King of Swords. Now, King of Swords is King of Words is intellect. So I'm not going to say that they're subhuman. Sun, King of Pentacles. These two characters here. Nine of Swords in reverse. I actually don't think they're subhuman. They might even be a little bit more intellectual. And actually, my King of Swords is my Atlantean entity. Again, very patriarchal. Oh, the Hierophant in reverse again. Look at that. And the same two, I just noticed that. Oh, the Devil. The same two that are down here at the feet of the King of Swords, who's leader, politician, judge, and whatnot, are the same two here at the at the feet of the Hierophant, and that's in reverse. And the Hierophant is Taurus, and Aquarius, which is my Atlantis card, which is my King of Swords, is one of the squares of Taurus. Here we have the Devil, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse on top of the King of Pentacles. I don't think they're subhuman. I think they're sub-earth. I think I don't think I think they're a different species. Maybe they communicate a little bit different. And look at, I say communicate, and out comes the Page of Swords in reverse. I think they communicate differently than we do. They might not actually speak words. They may communicate through consciously. Ten of Swords in reverse. Oh, the Two of Cups upright. There's finally, we have the DNA. There's the DNA. The Lion, interesting, on the Sun, which is the Leo card, which is the Lion. I think in some respects, I think they're the Hermit. I think they are some type of royalty. I think they keep their DNA, their species as one, no different than royalty. Look at the Egyptians, which is interesting, with the lion here with the Sphinx. Look at the Egyptians, married brother, sister, uncle, niece, so that they keep the bloodline clear. And I'm getting that that's what they're doing here as well. So I don't think they're a subspecies. I think they want to be left alone. I think they're a different species of human that is adapted, that has learned to live under the ground. They want to be left alone. I think they may be even more advanced than we are. And I believe they communicate subconsciously a lot. I think there is, with this Hierophant in reverse, I think there is some sense of not wanting to be an earth human, right? The Hierophant is Taurus, which is the King of Pentacles, which is working, which is also, the Hermit is an earth sign. So I'm getting a sense that they may feel that we are the subhumans. We are the ones who, need all these earthly possessions, that need to live on top of the earth. They may be thinking that about us. So maybe we're the guests on the planet. So that's a good segue into the next question you have. Are we guests on this planet? They think we're they might think we're behind them. Well, especially if they came from Atlantis, right? So are we just guess? Do they feel we're just guests on this planet? Are we just guests on this planet? Are we just guests on this planet? Are we just guests? Are we the aliens? Is that the unspoken question? Are we the aliens? Are we just guests on this planet? Are we just guests on this planet? Are we just guests on this planet? I'm going to do a simple yes, no, and we'll take it from there. Upright, positive, reversals, negative. Upright, 5 of swords. Ace of swords, upright. 5 of pentacles, or 5, I always call that pentacles. It's wands in reverse. 8 of cups, upright. Page of wands in reverse. 3 of swords, upright. 6 of swords in reverse. Is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 upright. What's the underlying? Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, we are. We came here. We were looking for something we were missing. And of course, the Ace of Swords is truth. Yes. It's a struggle for us to be here, though. It's a real struggle. This isn't the perfect place for us at all. The Page of Wands and the 3 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. We're kind of stuck here. We're kind of stuck here, and we really don't know how to get off. We could have been tricked to come down here, but now we don't know how to get off. And especially here with the Queen of Cups in reverse. We may come from a more watery planet, or this planet is too watery for us, one or the other. Something to do with the water with the Queen of Cups. Maybe it interferes with our electrical system, and then maybe that's why we lose a lot of our communications. Maybe we belong in the water. There has been some of that theory because we're hairless, basically, like other underwater creatures. We enjoy being by a beach, that kind of thing. We love, we can't live without water, without drinking water. There's some species, there's some that never ever drink water. They get all the water they need from the food that they eat. But we dehydrate without water. So maybe there's not enough water, or maybe the water's wrong for us, or something to do with the water here. Especially here with this 8 of Cups. Something was missing and we thought we would find it here. We found it really quick. We didn't. Interesting question. Interesting question. Okay, and I think we have one more. Okay, now there's a question here about Shangri-La, and could it have something to do with the Atlanteans? I'll address that separately. And then there's a question about the Sasquatch. Oh, here we go. Perhaps they bounce light off of mirrors. The Egyptians did it. So again, I'm just going to do a quick yes, no about that. Do they bounce light off of mirrors like how the Egyptians did it? Do they bounce light off of mirrors like the Egyptians did? And that would kind of make more sense than using fire under there. Do they bounce light off of mirrors like the Egyptians did? And that question is from Kyrie. The World. That almost looks like a mirror bouncing the light. Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Cups in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. Page of Pentacles upright. King of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, he's sure showing up. 10 of Swords in reverse. One more, the Hermit. So we have 1, 2, 3 upright. What's the underlying? 9 of Wands. You know, this, I look at this, almost looks like a mirror. So I'm wondering if it's not a mirror because this is translucent, that you can see through it. I'm wondering if it is the ice because it's something, they do something for the light down there. And bringing it in from the sky. This is the stars. Yeah, I don't think they use mirrors. And again, even this Knight of Pentacles is, the pentacles are clear. You can see right through them. Even this world is opaque. So it's something that you can see through. I'm going to say they use ice, clear ice. And like the other viewer pointed out, her mother saw clear ice there that you could see through and has pictures of it. I think that's what they use, is clear ice, I don't think they may not have mirrors down there. So great question though. Great to clear that up because that did come up. They use some kind of reflection. So they use clear ice. And you think about it, have you ever, the sun hits a window just at the exact right angle and it creates like a big ball of light and practically blinds you. So yeah, I think they use some kind of clear ice. Well, that will be it for part 5, our Q&A. Thank you so much for all your support. I really enjoyed this series and I think I wouldn't mind doing more of these type of series, doing a really deep dive on some of these mysteries in life, and seeing what we can dig out. All right, well, thank you. Please remember to like and share and subscribe. If you know someone else who'd be interested in the mysteries and seeing if tarot can give us some answers, please share the channel with them. I'm going to be doing my best to try and grow the channel, and I can't do it without your help, so I appreciate that. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.